Alright folks, John Rush here, my son Richard Rush behind the camera. This is not really a follow-up review, but we just reviewed the 2016 Toyota Camry gasoline version, the 4-cylinder. This is the Toyota Camry for 2016 hybrid version. So these reviews should be right next to one another. You can look at each one of them. This one will be a little bit more condensed because we did a pretty thorough review on the gas engine, gas-powered 2016 Camry, the non-hybrid version is what I should say. So as we get to walking around the car real quick, there's a few key things we want to show you. Styling is basically the same. You do see the blue emblem, which means that it's the hybrid version. There's a lot of different models, I believe up to, Richard, correct me, nine different models on Toyota. You can do hybrid. This happens to be the XLE version of the car. This car, as it sits, $35,405, includes Safety Connect, blind spot monitoring with cross traffic alert, the Intune system, the advanced tech package, the moonroof, the wireless charging, and a convenience package which gives you an alarm and a garage door opener. Again, that comes to $35,405. Our fuel economy in this car, 41 miles to the gallon. It's rated at 40 and 38. So without further ado, let me get the keys out. We'll pop the trunk. One of the things you're going to notice right off the bat in this car, and it's one of the things we wanted to show you right off the bat, is this car has a smaller trunk in it than the regular Camry. You'll notice from the last review we did on the other Camry, if you just look at that car, you'll notice the trunk is much deeper and the seats fold down in that car. Here, they do not. You've got one little opening right up here in this upper right-hand corner of the trunk that will fold down to give you some pass-through, but you'll lose a lot of trunk space. Now, how much trunk space do you lose? You'll have to look all that up for yourself, check it out, and literally, even though you can go off the cubic inch numbers or the cubic feet numbers, you really just need to get the car, look at it, and figure out what are you going to be putting in the car, and will the hybrid accommodate that? Because you're gaining roughly 10 miles to the gallon, so that part of it makes the hybrid very attractive at not a too steep price. $35,000. This is a pretty well equipped Camry. So I'll tell you what, let's do. Without further ado, we showed you the back seat and all of that in the last car that we drove. I'm going to hop in the front seat. I'll put Richard in the back seat, and we're just going to go take a drive and talk about the rest of this car. All right, folks, I'm going to just start driving. We're going to do this one a little bit differently. Again, because we just did the other Camry, the full gas version, the non-hybrid. We're just going to take a quick drive. Again, Camry, very comfortable car. Frankly, this hybrid version, one of my favorite cars across the board. It really is. The car works tremendously well. It's smooth to operate. The hybrid system works flawlessly. The ride is great. The handling, I think, is great for a Camry. Again, this isn't a sports car. You're driving it as a basically a mid-size sedan car. Plenty of room in the back seat where Richard's sitting right now, and we showed you that in the last review. Plenty of room in the back seat, plenty of room in these front seats. You can put a full-size person in the front, no problem whatsoever. Getting in and out of the car makes it easy. The moonroof is great in this particular car. All of the controls are here. We'll stop in a minute and I'll walk you through some of what you can actually look at when it comes to the hybrid version. But again, this is a great value car as far as I'm concerned. $35,000 and some change. The car works phenomenally well. You don't sacrifice a ton of trunk space. You do lose some with the battery pack in the back, and as I said earlier, it's going to be one of the things you'll have to determine, is it worthwhile for you or not when it comes to that. So tell you what, let's pull over here and I'll talk to you just a little bit more about the Camry. We'll show you some of the features in the Intune system, and I want to get to where we've got a little more shade, which is going to be tough. I'll shade this with my hand. You can see right now from looking at it, this is the energy mode of the Intune system. So it'll actually show you what the battery charge is like, whether you're operating off the electric motor, the engine, how you want to do it. There are different modes in this car, and Richard can show you right here. You can do the Eco mode, the EV mode, and you can notice there is the heated seats here that we're showing you also, so those controls are here. But it's Eco mode, EV mode, gear selector, dual climate control. Everything else in here is pretty much standard when it comes to Camry, so not a lot of things to show you there. You go to the apps section, and all of your different choices of what you want to do are there. If I go into the Eco mode, which we were just in, I go look at past record. You'll notice 41 miles to the gallon right up here. That's been our average, our best 39.8, which isn't correct because I just did 41 miles to the gallon. And that's a combination of highway and city. So when they say 40, literally, I mean, I'm driving on the highway at 65, 70, 75 miles an hour and still getting 41 miles to the gallon. Not bad. This is a great car. It does really well on the fuel economy side of the fence. All of the interior features of this car tremendous. Toyota, I feel you've done a great job. Now, as we talked about in our last review, 2017 gets a refresh of Camry. What does that mean for those of you looking at 2016s? These will probably be a pretty good bargain. Be worth looking at a 2016 and determining if it fits your budget, if there's any deals here at the end of the year, or you could wait around and do the upgrade to the 2017. That's totally your call. Keep in mind, this body style's been around for a while. They've got all the bugs worked out. It's a solid quality car. It looks great. It drives great. It operates great. I would say this is a home run. If you're interested in this car, be a great year to buy it. Go check it out at your local Toyota dealer. And when you do, tell them John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you.